Hello, welcome back to Tattered Paper and Lace. This is Pam. Thank you for coming, and I am on, this is another Monday, the first Monday in December, which is December the 1st. So we are well on our way to Christmas. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. We did, and I'll tell you more about that as we're doing our collage. So we're on week 48, and this week we need a fragrant plant, something you can drink from, text in a foreign language, people, an illustration, and craft or brown paper. So as always, or as most of the time, I have my background done. It is the brown paper. I chose to use brown paper instead of craft paper because I wanted it to be darker. It didn't quite cover, but that's going to get covered up with the rest of this collage. And it goes like that. You know, I like for it to be straight according to the print on the back. So we need a fragrant plant. So this image is covering several things. One, it has got my favorite fragrant plants, which is pine and cedar. These trees look like cedar trees to me, and these are a cedar tree as well, I guess. So there's no pines, but pine trees and cedar trees have a fragrant, or have a smell, a fragrance, and that's what I'm using as a fragrant plant. Something you can drink from. I'll show you that in a minute. Text in a foreign language. So this is my text in a foreign language right here. This is Arabic, I believe. I have cut out this background was behind these openings, and I have cut that out so that I could then put the foreign language in there. And so I'm going to go ahead and get that glued in. And so I'm just going to glue around the edge here and here, and then I'm going to glue these little bit of glue on these bits in the middle and just get this glued on behind here so that we have our foreign language. I don't know if this is right side up or not, but this is the way it's going. So let's get that on there, just like that. And that will be the foreign language showing through the window. I inked it. It was white like this. It was white like this. So I inked it with frayed burlap, and I inked this a little bit so that the color would blend in better. So that will go as my main image. Okay. That's why I wanted to do the brown, because I wanted it to look either like the building that you're looking through, the window you're looking through to the outside. So I wanted it to either look like the building or look like the night sky or whatever. I just wanted it to be dark, so I didn't want to use craft paper. That's why I used brown paper instead. So that's my text in a foreign language. And then I have people, and this is a photograph cut out of a book. And I'm going to put the people. They look very festive in their coats, and she's got her scarf. That's not going to show because this is going to only go to about right here, but that is my people standing in front of this, what looks like a cathedral window, and so that's going to go like that. And then, so I'm going to go ahead and get that down because that is how that's going. So I need to first well, no, I need to get this down first, don't I? Huh. Silly me. I gotta have this going straight. And this paper has kind of an embossed stripe. And I want to move that up kind of high. So I will put this on. Nothing is going back behind this, so I will just put this on like so. And then glue that down so then I won't go past it. Do I want it to be right there? I want it to move over just a little bit and down just a little bit. Yeah, more like, it's not going to be right in the middle, but that's okay. More like that, I think. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's mark this. So, I hope you all had a nice Thanksgiving. We did. I had a little bit unusual, different, because I don't normally have people staying at my house for Thanksgiving, because I usually go to my brother and my brother and sister-in-law's house for Thanksgiving, and all the family is local, except for my husband's youngest brother, who sometimes he will come. They did not this year, but I did have a cousin who lives in Northern California, Northern New York, and she was down here to visit family, you know, mainly like other cousins and aunts and uncles and things like that. So she was down having Thanksgiving with one of my uncles and his family, and she came to stay with us the Friday after Thanksgiving. And the Friday after Thanksgiving through Sunday. She went back Sunday afternoon to go back home. And so I had her and some other cousins over, as well as my brother and his wife, to visit with this cousin, because she doesn't come every year. She just comes when she can. And so this year was a year that she could come. So I was happy to host her and then have a little get-together with a couple of other cousins, mainly just the cousins, because we got like, I don't know, 27 cousins. So mainly just the cousins that are our age. And so they came and we just had a lovely visit. So that was fun. It's always good to get to see family that you don't see very often. And we used to have, this is on my mother's side of the family, we used to have reunions on that side of the family at Christmas time, at about this time of year. And, you know, the first weekend in December, but many years ago, most all of the, my mother is gone, and all of her siblings, but the sister that was just younger, the next one down from my mom, and she is now 93, or will be in February. 90, I think she'll be 93. And then one other brother who is in, I don't know, he's like 83. So they're all getting on up there in age, and that's the only 2 out of 10. That's the only 2 siblings that are left. But we have the cousins, and then we don't get together as often as we used to. So it was nice to have that little get together to visit and catch up, and had a good time. So I hope your Thanksgiving was as fun and different and interesting as mine was. We talk about, all of us cousins talk about having another reunion, like and all of these cousins are on my mother's side. I don't have any cousins on my father's side, or any other relatives that are still around on my father's side. including my father. He's not here anymore either. But there were 4 in his family, but only he and his oldest brother survived to have children. And the oldest brother's child was killed in a car wreck. And he only had 1 child. So that left no cousins, and all of my uncle is also gone. So that leaves nobody on that side. So all of the cousins, when I talk about the cousins, that's cousins that are on my mother's side of the family. And we used to have a reunion every year in the first weekend, for many years, the first weekend in December, which would be this coming weekend. But we don't do that anymore because the cousins didn't carry on the tradition after the parents all decided not to do it anymore. Okay, so there's my people. There we go. Now, the next thing that we haven't talked about yet is something you can drink from. Now, I'm going to have to explain a little bit here on this because it says something you can drink from, not something you necessarily would drink from. So I'm splitting hairs here because I couldn't find anything that was like a glass or a cup or anything that would actually fit in. And this is small enough to at least fit in, but it kind of is like, okay. So what I have here is these jars. And if you are in the South, which I am, there are some restaurants that serve your beverage, colas or tea or water, in mason jars. You know, the pint-sized mason jars, sometimes the quart-sized mason jars. So that is something you can drink from. And some places in the South, some restaurants in the South, the country cooking places, some of those do serve their drinks or their beverages, I'll say non-alcoholic beverages, in a mason jar. So that is something that you can drink from. You might not necessarily, but you could. So that's what I'm going with. And that is going to go right here. Now, these have peppermint sticks in it, so they're not fixing to drink out of these, but they could take the peppermint sticks out and then drink out of it. So that is going to be my something you can drink from because, well, you can. I have at the restaurants. We never did in our household, but I have been to restaurants that serve their beverages in a mason jar. So it's doable. And some of you may also have experienced places where they serve their beverages in mason jars. So this one is a little Christmassy, which I'm quite happy with. And we're going to get it down right here, and I'll have to cut that off, obviously, because otherwise it wouldn't fit. So I have to cut off the bottom of the mason jars. But at least you can tell they're jars. And they may not be mason jars. It doesn't really matter. Jars, canning jars. We call them mason jars. But there's also ball, there's mason and ball, and all other sorts of jars. So we'll just call it a canning jar. Okay. And that makes up my collage. I'm going to do a little inking just with what ink is on my brush already around here, mainly just to get the part that hasn't already been done. There we go. Just like that. I did a little bit more right here than I wanted. This is from a book, so it's not a very thick paper right here, so I don't want to get too aggressive with my eraser here, but I wanted to lighten that up just a little bit. There. That's a little bit better. I got a little heavy-handed. Okay, so for week 48, hashtag 2025 CWP48 for others who are doing this challenge, and they will show you what they are doing with these prompts. And let's go over the prompts and make sure we got them all. So a fragrant plant is the trees they look to be cedar trees to me. So that certainly has a scent. Something you can drink from is jars. Text in a foreign language is in the windows here. People are right here. And illustration is the window, because that's from the collage book, so that is an illustration. Then craft or brown paper. I've used brown paper in the background. So that is my collage for December the 1st, and we are in Christmas, and I'm already decorated, already done. I actually was done before Thanksgiving because we were having people over right after Thanksgiving. So it'll be kind of a relaxing between now and Christmas for me. And I hope you will have not too rushed of a Christmas season where maybe you've gotten a lot of your shopping done. I have most of my shopping done, and that's my collage for this week. So thank you for coming along. Please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. You'll get further videos from me. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this one. I like this one. It's very festive looking. Now, something that I have considered doing, which I may do still, is, I could do it now, couldn't I? Let me just do it, because I think I'm going to do it anyway. I have to get my gesso out. Not gesso, texture paste, I think is what I use. Let me, not crackle. Let me find it, hold on. Oh, here we go, here it is. I found it, let me get it out. I was going to do this, and then I said, I don't know if I'll do this, but you know what? I'm going to do it because I think it will look good. I've done this before. This is my texture paste, which it didn't come in this jar, but this jar had this extra lid right here that keeps it nice and smooth and doesn't dry. It doesn't dry out. I may have to stir it up a bit. So let me first, I need my paper here, but I'm going to do snow around the outside of the circle. I hope that's going to look okay. What if it doesn't? I will have totally messed up. But I think it will be fine. I've done this on, I usually do it on Tim Holtz, the Tim Holtz packaging, especially the winter packaging, because it already has a snowy look. And I usually do that when I'm using it as a tag or journaling spot or something. And it really looks cute with, you know, I'll put whatever images I put on there to make the tag. Is so cute. I don't know if this is going to look as good, but I'm going to put a little bit of snow. Oh, I should. You may be with me longer than you anticipated. If you want to stay and see the process. I take a stipple brush and the texture paste. I just dab it in so that it is kind of not solid, but just a little bit on there. And then I just take it and I just kind of dab it along here like that. And make some snow around the edge. And like I said, I like to do that with the Tim Holtz Christmas items that you purchase because the packaging card has snow like this around it, so I just enhance that with more snow, and it looks really cute. So, there. Do we like it? Oh yeah, I do. I like it. And then I could do splatters, but I don't know that I'm going to do splatters. Let me because I had done the inking around the outside of this, and so the snow, quote unquote snow, is picking up that ink color, and it's not making it as white. So let me just do it a little thicker along the edge there. There, I like it. Yeah, that looks cute. I like it. I don't know if I want to do it down here, down at the bottom or not. I don't think I do. Tell me what you think. Let me know what you think, because I can go back and do it later if you think I should do it all the way around the circle. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know what you think, because if you think that I should, I can go back and do that again. Finish it out. If you think that I should. I really don't know whether I should or not, so I wish I could hear you saying, do it or don't do it. I kind of want to do it, but I kind of don't know if that would look right. So let me know. Let me know if you think I should do it all the way around the circle. I'm going to leave it just like this for now. But let me know what you think. And if you think I should do it around the circle, I probably will be on board with that. Let me get this out of the way so you can see what that looks like. And so let me know. Let me know what you think. I like it. I think it's cute. Have you ever had your beverage served in a mason jar or a canning jar of any kind? Let me know that too. So thank you for coming, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.